Hello and welcome. My name is Peter and this is Web Dev Tips, and in this video I'm going to show you how you can remove duplicate values from an SQL table. And I have two ways prepared for you to do this. One is working directly with an SQL statement, and one is using a temporary table. So I'm going to show you the first one now. Here I have in my database some table with quotes from famous people. So I have 61 rows in here. This is the primary key, that's the ID. There's the quote text, and there's the author and the category. So, and how to check if I have some duplicate values. Well, I'm gonna use this SQL statement. I ask the SQL server to show me all the rows from this table, and I'm gonna use inner join, which basically allows me to compare the table with itself. So I'm gonna use alias table 1 and inner join the same table as alias table 2, and the condition is that the primary key, which is the ID, is not the same, and the text of the quote is the same. So if I look at this, I get 7 results. So I can see that there's a quote here about something about progressive art, and it's got ID 7. And if I roll down here, I can see the same quote, and it's got ID 59. So it means that I have 61 rows in this table, but only 54 of them should be unique. So the only thing I need to change in this statement is that I don't want to display them, but I want to delete the duplicate values. So if I do that, it says 7 records were destroyed, and now if I look back, 61, and I refresh, there's 54. Okay, so that's one way how you can get rid of these values, these redundancies. I have a MySQL dump, so I'm gonna put the original data back in. So I have again those 61 with those 7 duplicities, and I'm gonna show you the second way how you can do this. So we're gonna create temporary table, then we're gonna insert data using select distinct. Then we're gonna truncate the original table, and we're gonna copy the unique data from the temporary table into the original table, and then we just drop the temporary table. Alright, so you can obviously have it run all at the same time, but then you will not even notice because of how fast it will go. So I'm gonna do this one step by another so that it can be clearly visible. So first I'm gonna create temporary table. I'm using this prefix and postfix, and these columns are the same as the ones that are in the MySQL export. So I'll just use this. I just copied this one and I put it in here. So this will create a temporary table with the same settings and the same primary key. So let's run this one as first. Okay, successful. I can see there's a new table here. but it's not populated yet, it's empty. So the second part is insert the unique rows, which I'm gonna achieve by using this select distinct statement. The only thing that I had to get rid of was the timestamp, because the duplicities were saved with different timestamps, so that would kind of make them original, even though the quote text is duplicit. So the only thing that I dropped here is the timestamp, which is not important to me. The most important thing is the text of the quote. So if I let this run, I'm gonna see that 54 were inserted. I can see it here. So that's fine. Now I'm gonna truncate the original. Okay, so if I look at the original 61, refresh, and it's empty. Now I'm gonna insert the data from the temporary table into the main table into the original. 54, refresh, 54, and now I'm just gonna drop the temporary table. See, it got deleted, so we can close that, and now I see that I have 54 original unique results. And the thing about this is that this is gonna set the auto increment correctly, so they will have different ID before the original. If you want it, you could put the ID back, but it would make it more complicated. So this is how you can get rid of the duplicit values and how to find them and identify them with MySQL statements. Thank you for watching, and I hope this tip was useful.